We welcome you to the Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa. It's the Mike Westbrook Memorial, the 360 Knoxville National, all presented to you in honor of the Steve King Foundation. We've got a good one set here tonight in Knoxville, Iowa. It's day number 1 of qualifying in advance for the Knoxville Nationals. So glad you could join us here. Marty Sakala alongside Dean Reynolds with you. First off, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are all set and ready to go. Dean, it's a glorious night here tonight. We've got about 30 people here, and we are going to qualify some people into the show tonight. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and just advanced, and I'm going to be first up on the track. I'm looking forward to it. This might be the only glory I'll have of the entire Nationals, being the first up to take some time.
Qualifying about to take place, brought to you by ABR Setup Shop. And we'll get right into it. Our first driver that will be taking to the Speedway is the driver of the Super Dirt Car Series number 790 from North Syracuse, New York. It's Dean Reynolds. Dean Reynolds in car number 790, or 79 rather. Dino in the Full Throttle Motorsports machine, 9th in Rebels standings. Best finish is 6th at Eldora, was 12th at Knoxville earlier this season. 2 Coast2Coast Racing League wins in the mods. Lap number 1 is underway for Dino as he will set the bar. Working his way off of corner number 4 to put lap number 1 up on the board. Dean Reynolds sets the bar at 15:641, so that is quick time at the moment. Let's see if he can improve here on lap number 2. He was better in sector 2 that time by. Goes 15.618. 15618 for the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Next up onto the Speedway is a recent Hall of Famer. Comes out onto the track. Based out of Desert Hot Springs, California, on the Krite Sim Racing, Galen's homegrown popcorn Krite's oval track parts, number 61 of Terry Landis. Terry Landis in car number 64 off of turn number 4. Terry Landis goes quick time at a 15.489. 15.489 for Terry Landis.
Long, huh?
Now onto the racetrack. From Troy, Illinois in the number 52, this is Zach Neubauer. Zach Neubauer in car number 52. 4th in Rebel points coming in. 2 top 5s at Cedar Lake and Fairbury. Was 21st at Knoxville earlier on in the year. Best career finish is 2nd at I-55 and Limaland. Sector number 1 not good yet for pole position. Let's look at the second half of lap number 1. And he'll start at position at number 2. Go 15.504. Second quick for Terry Landis at for Zach Neubauer rather at 15504. Now onto the racetrack is your Renegade points leader from Tip City, Ohio. In the Team School of Sim Racing, number 39, it's the high side banger, Patrick Spangler. Patrick Spangler in car number 39, your defending Renegades champion, the points leader coming on in. 3 wins this season, including two here in Knoxville, 1 on June 27th. Spangler looking good off of turn number 4, working the high side. Lap number 1 goes up on the board for Spangler. Quick time at a 15.477. 15477 for Patrick Spangler. Off of turn number 4, better in sector number 2. And he is off by a 10th, but has the quickest lap, 15.477. Next to take to the racetrack, off of turn number 2. Based out of Clarence, Iowa, in the Salty Dogs race team, Maurer Farm Management Flatline Racing Bodies, number 75, it's Steve Bixler. Steven Bixler in car number 75. Top 5 at Lernerville in the Raiders. He's got 1 Coast2Coast Racing League win since Sim Racer Hub. That was in a truck at Daytona. 4th at Knoxville in the retreads in the past. Lap number 1 goes up on the board for Steven Bixler. He goes 5th quick at a 15.756. 15756 for Steve Bixler in car 75. As he works his way off of corner number 4. See if it's a better lap. He was better in sector 1, and it is a better lap. 15.753, but he still remains in 5th quickest. Next on to the racetrack in the number 518. From Schenectady, New York, this is Joseph Grandy. Joseph Grandy in car number 518. 4th in Raiders standings coming on in. Best finish is 2nd. That happened last week at the Lernerville Speedway. Was 4th here at Knoxville in the Raiders division earlier on this season. Lap number 1 doesn't appear to be a pole time for the driver of the 518. However, he goes 4th on the boards at a 15.513. 15513 for Joseph Grandy in car number 518. Makes his way off turn number 4. We'll see if this is a better lap for him.
Up third, James Gray on deck. Ian Humphreys back.
15513. I think he evened that lap at the
Same
line.
exact time. Yep, same exact time.
So nice lap there for Joseph Grandy. Now on to the racetrack in car number 77, the ABR Setup Shop Machine. From Cleveland, Minnesota, it's Dustin Sargent. Big money Dustin Sargent in number 77. Lap number 1 for Dustin Sargent currently underway. Lap number 2, rather. At the line, he goes 3rd quick at a 15.491. 15491 for Dustin Big Money Sargent. Next to make his way onto the racetrack. From Highland, Illinois in the EE Sports, Adrenaline Spike Designs, Swift Lifestyles, number 100, this is James Ray. James Ray in car number 100. One of the charity-only drivers you see here in tonight's event at the Knoxville Raceway. Trying to beat Patrick Spangler's best lap at the moment of a 15.477. Track was reset to 15% for those wondering before we got into qualifying. Lap number 1 for James Ray goes up on the board. We'll look for his position. He goes 6th quick at a 15.527. 15527 for James Ray in the number 100. Better in Sector 1 that time. He's in the green. We'll see if he's in the green for Sector 2. No, he's in the orange. We'll see if it's a better lap, and it is good enough for a 15.51 to move into 5th quick. Next to make his way onto the Speedway. He's based out of Seattle, Washington in the EE Sports Adrenaline Spike Designs Premier Setup Shop, number 53. It's Ian Humphreys. Ian Humphreys in car number 53, working on lap number 1 at the moment. He's going to a higher line, just trying to run next to the cushion, trying to avoid as well, scrubbing the top off. Working his way off of quarter number 4. He'll set lap number 1 at 8th quick at a 15.704. 15704 for Ian Humphreys. Going lower that time on entry even when it is slicker and slicker. As he comes off the corner in the orange, a slower lap for Ian Humphreys, off by about a 1/10 of a second. He stays 8th quick at a 15.70. Next on to the racetrack. Just trying to find him here on our end. There he is. Out of Clarence, Iowa in the Salty Dog Race Teams, number 888, this is Steve Maurer. Steve Maurer in number 888. Flipped at Knoxville this year in the Raiders. That led to the invention of the wildest moment of the week. 6th at Kokomo Speedway earlier in the season with the Raiders. His best finish in the league is 2nd in a matinee at USA International Speedway. First lap in the books for Steve Maurer as he goes 8th quick at a 15.655. 1.5655 for Steve Maurer. Maurer was 4th in a late model at Knoxville. That's the best he has done here at the sprint car capital of the world. Lap number 2, we'll see if it's better. 15.653, but stays in 8th position. Next onto the racetrack, he's based out of the Canadian area. From Ontario in the Salty Dogs race team, Langdon Mechanical, number 325, it's Bill Calder. Bill Calder in car number 325 was 14th at Knoxville in a matinee race in his career since we began with Sim Racer Hub. Had a good talk with Roger Craig earlier and was telling me it's been a busy time for Bill Calder, which is why we haven't seen him often in Monday Night Madness. So just trying to get back used to driving the 360 sprint car. Lap number 1 for Bill Calder. He goes 11th quick at a 17.872. 1.7872 for Bill Calder. Bill Calder off of turn number 4. Best finished 2nd in an Indy race at Pocono. Improves to a 17.311, but still remains in the position. Next to make his way onto the Knoxville grounds. Base out of Fort Wayne, Indiana in the Crate Sim Racing. Galen's Homegrown Popcorn, Epsilon Sprint Wraps, Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding. Number 51, it's Shorty, John Short. John Short in car number 51, working on lap number 1. 10th in Renegade points coming on in. Finished 5th at Knoxville earlier in the year. He was 3rd here on March 21st with the Renegades. Lap number 1 as he sets the bar at a 7th spot at a 15.525. 1.5525 for John Short in car 51. Slower in Sector 1 that time, and a slower lap for John Short. He'll stay 7th quick. Was 15.69 on lap number 2. Next onto the Speedway, a Raiders driver. Based out of Indianapolis, Indiana in the School of Sim Racing, Daredevil Brewing Company. Number 95, it's Michael Berthay. Michael Berthay in car number 95. 5th in Rebel points. Coming on in, or rather, not Raiders. Last week was your race winner at Lernerville, passing Brandon Dittmer on the outside line. Was 23rd, though, with the Rebels here at Knoxville Raceway. As he puts lap number 1 up on the board, he goes 2nd quick at a 15.487. 1.5487 for Michael Berthay. Better in Sector 1. It's got to be 100th quicker. And he's got the quickest spot. He's purple in Sector 2. Quick time for Michael Berthay. 15.468 for the driver of the 95.
Wow. That was a great
lap.
What a lap.
Next to make his way onto the Speedway. From Bells and the EE Sports Racing Team, Adrenaline Spike Designs, EE Sports Gaming Premier Racing Setups, number 118, it's Chris Watkins. Chris Watkins in car number 118 as he makes his way off of corner number 2 for lap number 1. Michael Berthay's lap time better by 9/1000ths of a second than Patrick Spangler. Chris Watkins goes 9th quick at a 15.577. 1.5577 for Chris Watkins. Better in Sector 1 this time. Slower, though, in Sector 2. We'll see if Sector 1 was good enough to improve his lap. Off by 200ths, but he stays 9th quick, though, at a 15.577. Next to make his way onto the speedway, a Renegade driver from Washington, D.C. in the ADRA Esports for Cloak Media, number 127. It's the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. Jesse Atkinson in car number 127, 2-6 this season with the Renegades at Kokomo and Fairbury. Best at Knoxville is second place with the Rebels. That happened on March 21st. Lap 1 for Jesse Atkinson goes up on the board. He sets the bar 9th quick at a 15.527. 1.5527 for Jesse Atkinson. As he makes his way off of turn number 4, the man with 3 career Coast2Coast Racing wins and Sim Racer Hub goes 3rd quick. Much better lap for the Pink Panther, 15.485. 1.5485 for Jesse Atkinson. Now onto the speedway to begin lap number 1 from Bonnetary, Missouri, and the Rune DSRC, Premier Door Company, Devo Transport, All in Construction, number 01. This is Keith Jackson. Keith Jackson in number 01. He's got 2 wins in Rebels this season, including a win at Knoxville, where he only led the final 2 laps in the race. Lap number 1 for Keith Jackson goes up on the board 13th quick at a 15.696. 1.5696 for Keith Jackson. 4 career wins with the Coast2Coast Racing League as he makes his way off of turn number 4. Jackson slower on lap number 2 at a 15.74, but he still is 13th quick at the moment. Now onto the speedway as he hails from West Lafayette, Indiana in the Training Wheels Racing number 042. This is the Cowboy Tyler Wilson. Tyler Wilson in the 042 was 8th at Knoxville earlier this season, was able to pick up a win with the Rebels at USA back on May 23rd, just near the end of the season, before his promotion up into Renegades. Lap number 1 for Tyler Wilson goes 10th quick at a 15.539. 1.5539 for Tyler Wilson. You can see the groove starting to get a little bit higher and higher with how the track is set and rubbered in on the lower groove, and we'll check off 400s, but he stays 10th quick. Now on to the racetrack. From Corning, Iowa in the Dirt Track Bank, GY6RN Extreme Images by Ashley, number 31, it's Brandon Templeton. Brandon Templeton in car number 31. Comes in second in the Wingless Warrior points. 4th in 358, 2nd in Big Blocks, and 3rd in the Pro Super Late Models clash. Off of turn number 4 for Brandon Templeton. He sets his bar at 2nd quick at a 15.477. 1.5477 for Brandon Templeton. Slower in sector number 1. He's got to pick it up in sector 2 if he wants to be quicker than Michael Birthday, and he is off. 15.63 on lap number 2. But a great lap for Brandon Templeton. 2nd quick on Patrick Spangler. Next onto the speedway from Kansas City, Kansas in the 558. This is Brian Moore Sr. Brian Moore Sr. in car number 558. He is the defending Hometown Heroes 305 champion. Comes in as the points leader in our Rebels B division. No wins though. Best finish this season is a 2nd. That was in our season opener at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Off of quarter number 4, lap 1 time here for Brian Moore Sr. Goes 13th quick at a 15.581. 1.5581 for Brian Moore Sr. 2 Knoxville wins in his career in the Coast2Coast Racing Leagues and Sim Racer Hub. In the retreads and in the Raiders. 2nd lap, much better, but 12th quick. 15.544 for Brian Moore Sr.
Very often.
Next on to the racetrack, as he hails from Canada. In Ontario in the Salty Dogs Racing Team, Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding A&J Custom Creations, Pitside Podcast number 34. It's the captain, Gary Taylor. Gary Taylor in car number 34, 7th in Rebel standings coming on in. He's got one top 10. That was a 7th place finish at Lernerville last week. Off of corner number 4 for the captain as he begins his quest in 18th position at a 15.721. 15721 for Gary Taylor at the moment. Lone win came on Vets and First Responders Night at Eldora on July 6th. Lap number 2, a better lap, goes 16th quick at a 15.666. 15666 for the captain and Gary Taylor. Next on to the racetrack, as he hails from Fresno, California, in the Clown Hound Racing BSR VSZ 420. Who let the dogs out? Number 999. It's Austin Marlett. Austin Marlett in the 999, rocking the Dynaco colors this weekend. Second at Lernerville this season in the Raiders division. That happened last week. He's got 3 career Coast2Coast Racing League wins taking place in the Raiders. Lap number 1 for the 999 car goes 19th at a 15.741. 15741 for Austin Marlett. Tries to scrub the top off. Better in Sector 1 this lap. And a much better lap for Austin Marlett coming. How quicker though? 13th quick for Austin Marlett at a 15.576. 15576 for Austin Marlett. Now making his way onto the speedway from Olaf, Kansas, in the Sim Racing Concepts number 94. It's Gary Offut. It's M&M's Gary Offut in car number 94. We call him that from his scheme earlier on in the season with the M&M's on the top of the wing. Gary Offut 10th at Cedar Lake in the Rebels. That's his best finish with them this season. As he makes his way off of corner number 4, let's see what lap number 1 looks like. 21st quick for Gary Offut, 15.758. 15758 for the driver of car number 94. Best finish is Knoxville is 3rd with the Raiders on March 21st. Lap number 2 for Gary Offut. Let's see if this is a better lap. 15.758, 21st quick on the speedway. Next on to the racetrack. And you may know him from my past broadcasts from St. Louis, Missouri in the Gambler Motorsports. Cool Ray Heating and Cooling, the Cruise Shop, VMR Wraps, number 71. It's the Professor John Hine. John Hine in car number 71, the defending big block champion. Your points leader in the Super Pro Late Models Clash on Thursday Night Thunder. Off of turn number 4 for John Hine. Lap number 1 for him goes 15th quick at a 15.58. 15580 for John Hine. Best finish of the sprint car is 2nd. Best finish at Knoxville, 16th spot. In non-matinee races, a much better lap for John Hine. We'll see where he goes up to 11th quick at a 15.529. 15529 for the Professor John Hine. Next to make his way onto the speedway. He is based out of Burleson, Texas, in the Firm Motorsports 2-1 Racing Designs, Firm Motorsports, Marzoff Inc., number 21. It's the Flying Fry, Kevin Fry. Kevin Fry in car number 21. 2/15ths this season in the Rebels. He's got a total of 8 sprint car wins since the advent of Sim Racer Hub. Starting to work a higher line. Lap number 1 on the board for Kevin Fry. He goes 12th quick at a 15.534. 15534 for Kevin Fry. Making his way off the corner. 3rd in a 4:10 sprint here on March 23rd. We'll see if there's a better lap. No, off by 100th as he stays 12th quick on the racetrack. Now making its way onto the speedway. As you see him out of Jefferson City, Missouri, it's gentleman Jack Hitt. Jack Hitt in number 217, the defending Raiders champion in the Coast2Coast Racing League. Coming in 2nd in the Rebels points following his promotion off of the spring season. Off of turn number 4, we'll see where Jack Hitt sets the bar. He goes 24th quick at a 15.989. 15989 for Gentleman Jack. 5th place finish in Knoxville earlier this season in one of 4 top 5s for Jack Hitt. Cannot improve his lap. He is off by 600ths on lap number 2, so he stays 24th quick. Next to make his way onto the racetrack, it's driver of the number 023, Matthew Helms. Matthew Helms in number 023. Lap number 1 underway for Matthew Helms, one of the late additions into the Mike Westbrook Memorial Knoxville Nationals in honor of the Steve King Foundation. Lap number 1 for Matthew Helm, currently 24th quick at a 15.919. 151.919 for Matt Helm. Currently half second off of the quickest lap set by Michael Birthday at a 15.468. Better lap for Matthew Helm this time. He goes up onto the charts by 100th of a second, maybe 1,000th. 15.885 for Matthew Helm. 4 more drivers left to go here in qualifying and on to the racetrack. From Ayla, Virginia, in the Salty Dogs race team, Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding, Epsilon Sprint Wraps, Galen's Homegrown Popcorn. Number 70, it's Mike Cranmer. Mike Cranmer in car number 70. Rebels driver with the Coast2Coast Racing League. 4th at Lernerville last week. Best finish in the Coast2Coast Racing League. Goes 24th quick on lap number 1, 15.827. 15827 for Mike Cranmer. Better in Sector 1 this time, as well as better in Sector 2. We'll check the lap time here at the start-finish line. And another 15.77 lap for Mike Cranmer, stays 24th quick. We'll continue on with the Cranmers. From Ayla, Virginia, in the Crate Sim Racing, Galen's Homegrown Popcorn, Epsilon Sprint Wraps, Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding, number 07, the Ayla Outlaw, Preston Cranmer. Preston Cranmer in car number 07, 5 Coast2Coast Racing League wins. Best finish at Knoxville is a 7th place finish with the Renegades on March 21st. Everyone going on the higher line at the moment because of how rubberdane the bottom is. Preston's lap time, 22nd quick at a 15.733. 15733 for Preston Cranmer. That was lap number 2.
Okay.
Next on to the racetrack. We haven't seen this guy in a while. From Cedral Worley, Washington, in the Rudine All-In Construction Devo Transport Premier Door, number 78, it's Jack Clevenger. Jack Clevenger in car number 78. He's got 1 top 5 with the Renegades this season, a 5th at Cedar Lake. Had a pair of 3rd place finishes on December 13th with the Rebels and Renegades as a part of Monday Night Madness. Lap number 1 for Jack Clevenger goes up on the board, 17th quick at a 15.599. 15599 for Jack Clevenger. Much higher entry into turn number 3 for Clevenger, but a better lap here. We'll check it at the line. 15.56, good for 15th onto the racetrack. And 1 more driver left to go here in ABR Setup Shop qualifying. It's the driver of the number 32. This is John Helms. John Helms in car number 32. Our final driver here for qualifying. You'll see a bunch of other drivers qualifying tomorrow for day number 2, night number 2 rather. Travis Piercefield will be taking you through qualifying, and we're definitely looking forward to that. He'll also be taking you through our Hard Knocks event as well as our pole shuffle. And then I bring you home with our Knoxville Nationals alphabet soup on Thursday. Lap number 1 for John Helms is 9th quick at a 15.512. 1.5512 for John Helms. Lap number 2 could be better in sector number 2. Let's take a look. 15.503, 7th quick. And with the ABR setup shop quickest time of a 15.468, the driver of the 95 is Michael Berthay. So congratulations to him on a great lap there. Dean, I'll bring you back in here, man. What did you think of that lap? That from Berthay.
I did. That was a great lap by Berthay. To do it the way he did it, I mean, he had a nice line. The car was straight. That's something I couldn't do, was keep the car straight. And, the track being at 15%, and put him on fast time and got him 200 points.
Absolutely. Well done there. So we get set to go here for our first heat race of the evening. Heat race number 1 is brought to you by Langdon Mechanical. And with that being said, here is how the starting lineup looks. On the front row in the 217 is Jack Hitt, Steven Bixler in the 75. Row number 2, Gary Taylor in the 34, Austin Marlett in the 999. Row number 3 is Kevin Fry in car number 21, and James Ray in the 100. And rounding out the field tonight is Terry Landis in the 61 and Michael Berthay in car number 95. For those wondering why it looks completely different, well, we are not going based off of normal Coast2Coast Racing rules. We are inverting the top 8 in heats prior to taking the green flag. As you see, Jack Hitt grid on up. Field is just about ready to roll off here for heat race number 1. Winner will start on pole position for tonight's qualifying night number 1 feature. Steve King Foundation rolls the field off of pit road. Remember, 200 points are awarded for quick timer, so that belongs to Michael Berthay. 198 for second quick and 196 for third. For heat racing, 100 points awarded for the heat race winner, going down by 3 for each position. Top 4 will go to the A main. Everyone else will go to the B and, if needed, the C main. Again, winner starts on pole position here tonight.
Yeah, Marty, this is going to be interesting because with the full invert now, Berthay's got to pass 4 cars to just qualify for the A main. If not, they're all going to go to the B main, which I think every car is going to qualify, but you don't want to be back in that B main and be in the middle of stuff that can happen. So you're going to see these guys charge hard from the back.
Field making their way in turns number 3 and 4. We got a good heat set up for you here. We're glad you could join us on the Coast2Coast Racing Network. Ready to go for heat race number 1. Barney's got the green flag in hand. Night 1 of the Knoxville Nationals qualifying night is underway.
Ooh, hang on, Steve.
And already Bixler goes up the track way wide. We're 3 wide off of turn number 2. They nearly touch between them, Fry and Ray. Meanwhile, battle for lead happening up front between Jack Hitt and Gary Taylor. Pack racing at speeds of over 100 miles an hour. Gentleman Jack leads lap number 1, but Gary Taylor's got a big run. 4 wide in turn number 2. And through goes Austin Marlett into third. Here comes Kevin Fry down to the bottom for the race lead at the moment, Dean.
Hey, Gary Taylor, boy, he made that middle stick, and he got a good run, but you can see Austin Marlett's got a fast car, but he just can't find a room to get around. But Kevin Fry now in second. I think Kevin's going to try to size up Taylor and try to get that win, and Kevin can be tough on the pole if he gets it for the feature.
Here comes Michael Berthay off of corner number 4, battling with Steve Bixler for the 3rd position. Kevin Fry, quickest car on track, last lap, 15.77. Tucks up right behind. Oh, look how Berthay is sideways in turn number 3. And we'll have to go to a last chance qualifier.
And a lead change.
And a lead change. Kevin Fry going to the point around the outside. But Taylor looking to try and slide up on the flying Fry. It does not work. Kevin Fry is out in front. Well,
and Terry Landis up to 4th. That's big for Terry. He had a good time trial run, and now he's getting a good heat run, so he's going to start piling on some points.
Jack hit his crash. Let's look at the Malcolm's Mills Mill ready replay to show you what happened to the 95 of Michael Birthday. 3 wide. It was just, Ray just tried to get a hole up the gut and just didn't work. It just immediately closed, Dean.
Yeah, and I ran the matinee earlier, and the thing about Knoxville is the track is so fast, and the cars are so twitchy. 3 wide, even though it's a wide track, the car could just twitch a little left, a little right. Sometimes 3 wide's not the best thing to do here.
Fry going around the lap car of Michael Birthday. It's followed by Gary Taylor, Austin Marlett, and Terry Landis. Checkers are out. Kevin Fry wins heat race number 1. He'll get 100 points. He'll start on the pole position tonight. James Ray, Stephen, 2. Our consolations, C main and B main and maybe C main if needed. Second heat race of the evening is brought to you by Magnum Race Design. As you get a great view overhead of the Knoxville Raceway, here's the starting lineup. On the front row, you've got the driver of the 325, Bill Calder, next to Gary Offutt. Row number 2, Keith Jackson in the 01 and Chris Watkins in the 118. Row number 3, Tyler Wilson in the 042 and Joseph Grandy in the 518. Rounding out the field in heat race number 2 is Dustin Sargent in the 77 and Brandon Templeton in the 31.
Martin, even EOL to Bill Calder, I think he probably requested it because, as you said, he's not getting used to the sprint cars because he's been away for a long time. So probably a smart move just to, make it a safer heat.
Absolutely. That's a lot of respect there coming from Bill Calder. While we're at it, you're probably noticing we got some brand new cameras here at the Knoxville Raceway. Let you know that all of our cameras we have here tonight are provided by Track Cams for Gourmet. For more information and to download, make sure you check out www.trackcams22.com or like them on Facebook. Just search up Track Cams. Great crowd here right now. We appreciate you all tuning in. 49 people watching. Let's see if we can hit 50. And we just hit 50. How about that? Great job, everyone. Appreciate you all tuning in here tonight on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Just about a lap away from taking the green flag in heat race number 2. We've got Gary Spangler, who I actually got to hang out with last week at Lernerville. Safety crew has arrived. Hello to Manga 12. James Ray's watching. Chase Wolf, as well as Helms and Jeff Barker. Set to go to take the green flag here in heat race number 2. Again, Keith Jackson and Gary Offutt make up the front row. Barney's got the green flag in hand. Let's get set for the second heat race. Who's starting on the outside of the front row for our feature tonight? We're about to find out. And a great jump.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm really surprised about Keith Jackson's time trial run because he is fast. And he just must have missed a setup, but now watch him in the heat here.
This is one of Jackson's much better tracks. Remember, he won here with the Rebels last June. He's got a couple of nice battles happening on track. Chris Watkins with the final transfer spot at the moment, but behind him, it's Big Money and Grandy battling for position number 5. Stay neck and neck, nose to tail, but how about Tyler Wilson closing in on Keith Jackson for the race lead? You right on board with the Cowboy. Down to about a half a car length. Looking at the gap of the line, it was a 10th better for Tyler Wilson. Here he goes, tries to find a run around the outside. Battle for the race lead is on in turn 3, Dino.
A good battle for the lead and a good battle for third. There's a Hornets nest for third, but look, Tyler Wilson get the bottom mark.
Look at this. Amazing racing. Wilson sends it. Jackson tries to cross her over. And Jackson is back out in front. Look out, we got one in the wall. That's Templeton. Saves it, though. Let's focus our eyes up front. Wilson leads the line. 3 to go in this heat, Dean.
Tyler, I tell you, Tyler's running a slider line and making it work, but Keith just diamonds off the corners and then just comes out low, and here comes another slide. What a race.
Absolutely.
What a race.
Wilson counters it back. Wilson leads in the line. 2 laps to go in heat race number 2. Wilson tries to send her once again. Jackson opens up the door on the bottom, gets the bite down the back chute. Jackson sends her once again. Wilson capitalizes once more. Here we come off the corner. Final lap is underway at Knoxville. Wilson on the send. Jackson tries to counter her over off of turn number 2. Jackson may have the preferred line in turn number 3 for the final time. Wilson may try. He goes around the outside. Oh, what a move from Wilson. And he takes the win by 200ths. Sargent third and Grandy fourth.
Jackson wanted to block what he thought it was going to be a slider line for Wilson, and Wilson just took it right to the top and right around. What a finish.
What an awesome heat. So our third heat race getting set to go, presented by 2-1 Designs. Let's meet the field in the starting lineup. Now, ignore Fergie Ferg. It puts Ian Humphreys on pole position with Mike Cranmer next to him. Row number 2 is Brian Moore Sr. and Dean Reynolds. Row 3, John Helms and Shorty John Short. And then from 8th position is Patrick Spangler.
Did the pole sitter not grid?
No, he's not eligible.
No?
He was DQ'd.
Oh, that's right.
So, field is rolling off here for their 2 pace laps. Dino, just a random thought. What did you think of Spangler's nickname in qualifying?
I actually missed it because I was trying to find out. I couldn't get on the cars that were actually taking time, and finally I had to wait for you to announce the driver so I can find them. And I actually missed it. What'd you call him?
The high side banger.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
It's
What did I say? I can't even remember what I said in the Facebook page.
I can't remember.
It was I can't remember what it was. And then they said Boston Spangler. I know that was mentioned by Jeff Barker, I think. Oh, slamming the cushion Spangler. That's what I called him.
That's right. It's kind of like the high side tickler, Brandon Strickler.
Kyle Strickler, yep.
Oh, Kyle Strickler, that's right.
All right, let's see if I can get her in the show through the heat.
Dean, you're looking pretty good. You're starting from 4th position. You've been watching a lot of it. Wishing you the best.
I think the outside is the advantage going into corner 1, so let's hope Mike gets a good start and we can follow him.
Set to go green. There you see Mike Cranmer ready to go. Barney's got the green flag in hand once again. Heat race number 3 about to go down. Winner starts on the inside of row number 2, and we're racing.
That was interesting.
Already John Short all the way up top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. Gained 3 positions up to 2nd, and he looks down low on Brian Moore Sr. for the runner-up spot. Big stack up on back. You see Reynolds and Helms going side by side for position number 4 on the speedway. Ian Humphreys leads lap number 1 at the moment. Apologies here, folks. I think we are having a technical difficulty at the moment. I think it's being resolved right now. And it is. We're good. Lap number 3 on the racetrack. Brian Moore Sr. taking 2nd away. John Short sending it on the bottom on Ian Humphreys. Goes up the racetrack. Opens up the door for John Helms. Top 4 on Blake and 3 wide for the lead. Oh, through goes Helms. Unbelievable stuff. Look at this racing. You love to see it. Moore nearly makes contact with John Helms. And the top 5 are nose to tail. Patrick Spangler's up here as well, running in 5th position. Looks to shoot the gap up the middle. 3 wide. That's so tight. John Short on the sun, not Brian Moore Sr. Sr. though gets away with it. 3 laps to go. Will they make it back to the checkered flag without any spins? 3 wide again. John Short on descended 3 or 4. Oh, hang on, Patrick. That's why they call him the high side banger. More on the center for 4th on Dean Reynolds. Remember, that's the battle for the final transfer spot. That's what it looks like for the rear end of Brian Moore Sr. Dino's all over. Go get him, Dean. Final lap is underway for John Helms. Big lead, 1.7 seconds. Short 2nd, Spangler 3rd. We'll watch the battle for the final transfer spot between Moore and Reynolds. Better exit for Brian Moore Sr. in 3 and 4. You know Helms is going to see the checkered flag first. Short second, Spangler third, and Moore fourth.
I was running a lane off the wall, and John Helms went around the outside of me. I just wanted to quit and just watch him race. What a run.
Absolutely. Heat race number 4 presented by Mauer Farm Management. This is our final heat race of the evening before we begin our last chance qualifier festivities. Here's how the lineup looks. You see Matthew Hellman, Preston Cranmer on row number 1 of the 023 and 07. Row number 2, Steve Mauer in the 888 and Jack Clevenger in the 78. Row number 3, John Hine in the 71, Zach Neubauer in the 52. And from 7th spot tonight, the Pink Panther and Jesse Atkinson. Ignore those spam chats you're seeing, folks. Those are just idiots. Just spammers wanting to take your IP address.
Oh, geez, we get those all the time.
You get those all the time on Facebook when you got a live stream on Dirt Vision.
Yes, we do. Yep.
Here's what I did once. We dealt with that for the All-Stars at Ransomville a couple weeks ago. I disabled all comments and said, disclaimer, please do not click on any of those free links. Those are just idiotic scammers that have no life and are trying to take your money and your IP address. Watch it on Flow.
And you get a virus when you do it, too.
Yep. Absolutely. Alrighty, final heat race is about to go green flag. It'll be interesting for Steve Mauer. Let's hope he doesn't flip this time.
Don't put the jinx on him, Marty.
Steve King Foundation pace truck is in. Everybody inverted. Ready for the green flag. Winner starts on the outside of row number 2. Nearly some contact before we take the start as we're racing. Off the corner, it's Heim that gets away with the advantage. Mauer, though, loose off of corner number 2. Falls back to 4th position while Jack Clevenger takes 3rd. Hang on, Neubauer! He's starting to bike it! Wobbly! Wow! I don't know how he kept that straight, Dean.
Yeah, actually, when the cushion gets a little rough like it did in the matinee, that your car twitches like that, but as long as you don't go into the wall, you can actually save it, and that's what Jack did.
Trying to take a peek underneath on Steve Mauer. All the way down, he clips the berm. Hang on again. Neubauer's in trouble. Meanwhile, battle for the lead's on. Clevenger sends it from 4th to 1st. And he goes to the point. Helm stuck in 2nd. We saw Clevenger try and slam the door. He's trying the slider line. It looks like it's working out pretty well so far for him, Dean.
Yeah, the slider line is the way to go right now. And, yeah, when the middle gets really, really slick, you're going to start seeing people go low, middle, and high. And the slider line won't be the way because you got to slide all the way across the track. But it's working great for him right now.
Oh, man. John Hine all over the rear sneakers of Matthew Helm. Oh, there's contact. Hang on to her. Nice save by the professor. Underneath he goes for 2nd spot. And a slider from Atkinson on Preston that time. Oh, Mauer again! Up on his lid! Side over side, end over end!
For Steve.
Wildest moment of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Preston Cranmer now running in 4th position, and Atkinson trying to battle. 3-car smorgasbord happening. Final laps underway. Atkinson gets a run underneath. Looking for 4th on Preston. Side by side down the back chute. Losers going to the B main. Atkinson sends it. Cranmer cuts it back down to the inside. Coming to the line. Too close to call. Give it to Cranmer. By about 200ths. So our heats are in the books, and now we go to our B main. We've taken 16. We're going to take 8. Dean, I'm tired already from all these heat races.
Knoxville with the sprint cars is just so much fun, and the 360s have enough power to get on this big track. You don't necessarily need a 410 to make exciting racing here, and we're seeing it in the track. In the matinee, it was so many grooves in the feature. It was a lot of fun.
You see how the lineup looks. James Ray and Brandon Templeton are on row number 1. Dean Reynolds, Jesse Atkinson, row 2. Stephen Bixler, Chris Watkins in row 3. Ian Humphrey, Zach Neubauer, row 4. Michael Birthday, Gary Offutt in row 5. Mike Cranmer, Steve Maurer in row number 6. All right, Dean, gotta ask, what are you thinking right now in this car?
Well, I'm not in the preferred lane because the track seems to be a top dominant, so what I think's going to happen is Templeton should get the lead coming off 2. I'm probably going to let Atkinson just go, and hopefully I can fall in behind him. That's going to be what I'm going to try to do. If not, I got to stay down low and hope I don't get freight trained. That's the theory, Marty. That's the theory.
B-Main is brought to you by Gambler Motorsports. So we're set to go racing once again. Off of turn number 2. And down the back chute. 10 laps, top 8 transfer. Ready for the green flag. We'll focus on the guy that starts from the 8th position. Focus on row number 4. We're ready for the green flag for our B-Main. Look at Zach Neubauer all the way around the outside. We're 3 wide off the corner. Neubauer's up to 7th. Birthday now with a final transfer spot. Running 8th. A big stack up in front of him with Brandon Templeton. Birthday battling Ian Humphreys in car 53. He's up on the outside. And now Templeton's starting to lose his ground for right now. Templeton's already lost 6 spots for the drop of the green flag. Not what he wants at the moment. But everyone's starting to run this high side for right now. Good battle as well with Stephen Bixler, who's running in P6. Birthday's trying to get an opportunity to look underneath on Brandon Templeton. You ride on board with a man that was the quickest in time trials. And he's challenging. Down the back chute on Bixler. Takes it down to the inside for 7th. Tries to throw the slider up. Bixler now the final transfer spot. Off but just a couple of car lengths behind is a half second. Gary's trying everything. He's got to hope right now at the moment that someone amongst the top 8 wrecks. Meanwhile, it's James Ray that leads by 1.8 seconds. And Offut is closing in. Was 0.3 quicker last time by. This could get interesting, folks. 4 to go in our COD B-Main. This is the battle that everyone's watching. You see all the battles happening. Right now, that's a battle for 5th between Templeton, Birthday, Neubauer, Reynolds, and Watkins. We're focused on this battle for 8th. Offense going to try something. He's trying to set it up. Let's focus on this. This could be a mess right here. You got Watkins and Birthday now looking to go 2 for 1 on the slider. Oh, that's tight for Watkins. He gets underneath.
It's tight for Dino.
2 laps to go. Dino's got some space back in 5th position and trying to challenge on Watkins, but this is the battle we're looking at. There is spot number 24 on the line. Final lap is underway. Is it going to be Bixler or is it going to be Offut? Offut tries the outside in 1 and 2 to try and dime in the corner and get a better exit. But it's Bixler with the advantage. Offut's going to have to send it. Bixler cuts up in front and shuts the door. And off the corner, Stephen Bixler gets the final transfer spot, and he's in the show tonight. Ray wins by 2.7 seconds on Jesse Atkinson. So the Flatline Racing Bodies warm-up watch is underway, but instead of showing you our warm-up watch, we're going to take this opportunity to show you our fine sponsors for the Mike Westbrook Memorial.
Welcome to the third annual Mike Westbrook Knoxville Nationals for the Steve King Foundation. In honor of Mike, we've converted the iRacing Pace truck to honor Mike and his infamous blue pickup truck. We would like to thank the many generous sponsors who have made this great event possible. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Coast2Coast Racing Network as we get set for our first feature for qualifying night here at the Knoxville Raceway. Patrick Spangler the quickest at a 16:120. Okay, this is interesting. What Jeff Barker says, new drinking game. Drink every time Marty puts a D in birthday.
Because it's birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob DeGood says bar service 5 chats up. Devo Transport was asking, is there bar service in this lobby? I think they're all talking about the spam link. Oh, that's hilarious. You love to see it. Anyway, I believe we are 1 minute out until warm-ups conclude. Yes, that's correct. So, while we are at it, let's just let you know that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, the same thing happens with a bunch of different drivers. Travis Piercefield will be with you on the Coast2Coast Racing Network for Tuesday night qualifying. And again, we're so glad you could join us here tonight. We are looking forward to this entire week in honor of Mike Westbrook and the Steve King Foundation. Dean, we'll bring you in here while you're testing all your stuff out. So your final thoughts before we go racing here tonight.
Interesting, because I've been running the middle and low side, because I just can't run the top side like Spangler, and it's coming in. So I think, Marty, you're going to see slide jobs, diamonds, 3 wide. You're going to have your work cut out for you up there. This is going to be fun.
Patrick Spangler, quickest in warm-ups. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cool Ray, the Mike Westbrook Memorial, the Steve King Foundation, and the Coast2Coast Racing League, and all the fine drivers and sponsors, we thank you for choosing to spend your Monday night with us. It is now time to meet the field of 24, ready to take the green for 30 laps here in Knoxville, as they are looking for 200 points. Ladies and gentlemen, for 25 laps, pardon me. Let's meet the field in your starting lineup. On the front row is John Hine in the 71 and John Short in the 51. Row number 2, Keith Jackson in the 01, Gary Taylor in car number 34. Row number 3, Jack Clevenger in the 78 and John Helms in the 32. Row 4, Tyler Wilson in the 042 and Kevin Fry in the 24. We invert the top 8, including
read the rules, huh?
in the feature. Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, same here. Row number 5 is Austin Marla in the 999 and Dustin Sargent in the 77. Row number 6, Patrick Spangler in the 39, Matthew Helm in the 023. Row 7, Terry Landis in the 61, Joseph Grandy in the 518. Row 8, Brian Moore Sr. in the 558, Preston Cradmer in the 07. Row 9, James Ray in the 100 and Jesse Atkinson in the 127. Row 10 is Mike Birthday in the 95 and Chris Watkins in the 118. Row 11, Dean Reynolds in the 79, Brandon Templeton in the 31. And rounding out the field tonight is Zach Neubauer in the 52 and Steve Bixler in the 75. Lights are off the Steve King Foundation pace truck. We are 1 lap to get the green flag. Dean, your pick to win. Who do you got?
You know, I tell you, I might go with a little bit of an upset here, but he seems to run well. I'm going to go with the professor.
John Hine from pole position.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with give me Patrick Spangler here. So.
Although John Helms away around the outside of me and won that heat, I got a feeling he might know something that we don't.
Well, we're glad you could join us here. Our first qualified night feature about to go down. The Johns are ready to bring us the green flag. It's showtime on a Monday night, and we're wrecking already. 2 cars sideways. Gary Taylor is one of them. We've got Dustin Sargent as well, and John Helms. Not what you wanted, and immediately we have fireworks on the track.
Yeah, that I don't know what the heck happened. I never got past quarter throttle, and John Helms disconnected.
Let's see what happened.
God,
what?
You would think he would do a tow and still try to come back.
Taylor and Jackson just got together. Taylor gets into John. Dustin Sargent. And Taylor's on his side taking a nap. This will give us a good shot right here. Let's see if there is some contact. Yeah, Taylor came down on Jackson just as they were about to take the green flag.
The thing with iRacing, you have a glitch, Marty, where the green comes out way too late here. And you're on the front straightaway, and the parts that you're on the front straightaway is very slick. So then while you're waiting and waiting and waiting, as soon as the green comes out, the initial thing you want to do is floor it. Well, when you floor it, these cars have too much power for the slick. So the cars get twitchy. If the green came out when you're coming out of 4, it would be a much more natural type of start. So I think that's probably what happened, is Gary probably got onto the gas a little bit, and his car just slid down a little bit, and it all happened.
You see Gary Taylor there in the pits just waiting to get his quick repair all good and finished up, and we'll regroup with the crowd. John Helms, out of this race.
Yeah. You would think he would have just towed and come back out, even if you're a couple laps down, every point means everything. Every point. That was a shock.
It's crazy. That means he'll have to go to either a Hard Knocks race or goes and play some alphabet soup. But we're going to try this once again for the green flag. Pace truck is in. John Hine is the control car for this restart. We put 1 lap on the board. Let's try this again. Everyone up on that cushion. You see how it is once again, and we got caution again. And it's Birthday. Birthday has gone around in the 95.
Some heavy hitters early.
Absolutely. And he is having a tough time controlling that car around. He may want to take that to the pits.
I saw Birthday, not Birthday, Birthday. He already did his quick repair, so he's going to be in trouble now if he's damaged.
He's out of the car already, just taking a look at the replay on what happened. And we are going to do the same thing, too. Just coming back to green, there was some contact with the 23, and Brian Morris Sr. plows in.
Birthday disconnected. Wow. I don't know if they realize that they can come out a couple laps down and just get some spots.
Here's on board with Mike. Lost the front wing there, and once again, that camera angle is big credit to Track Cam Spy Gourmet. Ishman has been doing an excellent job. In the description down low. Oh, here come the mods again. Oh, gosh. Coming green this time by. All right, you want to hear what Devo said? Top is coming in like Marty Stash, slowly.
Jeez. Well, this guy's not even going to look up there. I can tell you right now, if somebody could tell Templeton I'm going low, he can go right around me if he wants.
Dean's currently in 15th. Templeton's in 16th. All right, we'll put 2 laps up on the board this time. As we're ready to take the green flag, John Hine continuing to lead at the moment. Pace truck is in.
And why are they going over my back end?
Hine holding serve with John Short currently second, Jackson third. Everyone staying single file for right now. And here's a run for the Cowboy. Tyler Wilson underneath. Hell, Spangler! Pumped the wall. We got one sideways in front of him. And on they're wrecking now. Oh, man, we got cars on their side everywhere. Big one breaking out.
Late yellow and a very late yellow.
Yeah, later than normal.
Late yellow. I mean, I was already out of gas.
Joseph Grandy was the one that got on his side. But let's show you what happened. We had 2 different wrecks, actually, so let's take you through the Malcolm's replay. And Grandy, I think, has called it quits. Here's what happened to Big Money first. There was some contact with the 23. It's actually Matthew Helm.
Yeah, Randy did disconnect.
And let's look at our drone shot of what happened with Joseph. Oh, man. That was Clevenger that was sideways first. Let me see. Do we have an onboard that can show us how Jack got sideways? We may have to rewind here. That's Grandy on his lid. Let's show you Clevenger, who has some front wing damage. We're going to have to go quickly here because we're coming back to green shortly.
I think Jack went in for his fast repair, too.
So Jackson comes down to Clevenger. He's sideways. Somehow he saves, and then, oh my! We lost our camera shot with Clevenger.
Hope you have insurance, Marty.
It's fun. If you're watching, get a backup camera out, please. So now we'll try this again.
I still haven't gone past half throttle.
Man, that's crazy, Dean. Now, were you involved in that? I know you're 11th.
I was dodging cars, but no, I think I missed everything. I only got a 2X at all that so far, so I'm hanging, no damage. So.
Okay, actually, correction, Dean's actually 10th. Our scoring is glitched up. That says Birthday's leading. All right, let's try it again. Nice restart for John Hine. Here comes Jackson looking underneath on John Short for the runner-up spot. Let's see who gets the advantage off the corner. And Short's got second. Everyone running the cushion for right now. And here comes Patrick Spangler. The high side banger where his favorite groove is. This is why he loves Knoxville. Knows how to run the berm up in turns 1 and 2. He's up to 5th position already. You got John Short all over John Hine in a battle for the race lead. You're right on board with Shorty. Jackson running in 3rd spot for right now. Spangler's got to run 17:45 last lap for Spangler. The leaders were running a 17:67. And here comes Short all the way down to the basement. May have to go for the slider like Dean talked about earlier on. Short bikes it. He bikes it. Hyde goes to the lead. Spangler has to back out of the throttle because of it. Oh boy, hang on, Johnny. He's got Kevin Fry underneath and Tyler Wilson up top. Now you focus on the race lead. Jackson trying to get a run underneath. But Spangler trying to work around the outside for second. You're right on board with John. That's how close Patrick is. 1.5 tenths separate the top two. Again, everyone on the high side. You see Keith Jackson start to lose some momentum. Here comes Spangler underneath on the sand for the race lead. He's got it for right now. And he clears. Spangler clears high and is out front. What'd you say, Dean?
Kyle Wilson went in the wall, lost a lot of spots.
There you see the Cowboy and Wilson currently back in 11th spot. Now we go back to 2nd spot. John Hine still trying to run the preferred line. Jackson still fine in there. Nice job so far for him to stay in this fight as you watch in 3 and 4. Jackson's trying everything. Him and Hine just not giving up that 2nd spot. Could allow perhaps John Short to start closing in. Who knows what could happen there. Cross flags are up. 13 laps are complete. We've got 12 laps to go here at the sprint car capital of the world. Patrick Spangler looking not max points for him tonight, but it would give him the most where he could start on pole position perhaps. Hine just trying to find a way to clear Keith Jackson. Again, that's your best battle on the racetrack. Hine gets back in the gas better than Jackson, but Jackson's got some bite better than the Professor does. As you see Jackson wash up the track, could open the door up for John Short in a 3-car battle for 2nd spot as you ride on board with Shorty. Look at him fighting it on the wheel. Underneath he goes on Jackson for the podium spot. Hine's loose, nearly bikes it in turns number 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Spangler has pulled away to a 3.2 second advantage. And we could go 3 wide. Look out, John's a little loose off of turn 2. Short's got to run down the back. Back and forth they go here at the sprint car capital of the world. Meanwhile, Preston Cranmer 5th, Jesse Atkinson 6th, Brandon Templeton, meanwhile, from 22nd up to 8th. See if Short can clear Hine once again. He's got the slider working, but can Hine counter it back? 7 to go. Jackson trying underneath, still. Nothing working there. Cranmer starting to close in the number 07. He's loose in 3 and 4. Almost spins it around. Tyler Wilson's in trouble. He's up in the wall. And there's contact with Ray. And oh, Wilson is sideways. Is this going to kill it? Yes, it does. And Dustin is up on his lid. Those two. I shouldn't say those two, but Sargent and it may have been Heim as well. I don't know, but Big Money's been in a lot of wrecks, and Big Money's starting to turn into bankrupt.
I was going to say, they were right around me, too.
Take a look at the Malcolm's replay. Watch Wilson here. Slider, nope. It was just the 00 and the 77 into the 23. And they try to save it, but then look at that. Dustin just goes all ballerini. Let's ride on board here with Sargent. Give you a nice perspective. On to look at the rear end of Tyler Wilson. So, we'll try this once again. They're coming to the line for the white flag. 1 to green, and we will have a 5-lap shootout to determine who wins this thing. No mistakes for Spangler, and he looks like he's good to go the distance. Short is second, Hine third, Jackson fourth, Cranmer fifth, Atkinson sixth, and now Templeton in seventh, up 15 positions. Fry is 8th, Clevenger 9th, Ray rounds out the top 10. 5 laps to determine it all, and Spangler brings us back to green. Short tries to stay in it on the bottom side of this racetrack. He's a little bit loosey-goosey off of there because of how slick this track has gotten. Hine in third, Jackson back to fourth. Here comes the Pink Panther. Atkinson trying to take fifth away from Preston Cranmer. 4 laps to go. And they are as well closing in on Keith Jackson too. Templeton trying to get back in this fight as well. Go up maybe 16 spots perhaps. That's as good hard racing, and that's fine. It's both on the bottom side of the Knoxville Raceway. 3 laps to go for Patrick Spangler, who has an 0.8 of a second lead on John Short. Oh, hang on, one up in the wall. That was Kevin Fry who saves it. Puts it back to 9th. We got another one up in the wall as well, and that's Keith Jackson. Jackson was running in 4th. 2 to go, he goes back to 9th. And now he's just trying to take in the distance. Hine is 3rd, Cranmer 4th, Atkinson 5th. Off of turn 4, White is out. 1 lap to go for the high side banger and Patrick Spangler. The defending Renegades champion, your points leader in the number 39. Won in Knoxville earlier this season. Loves the long distance tracks. And off of turn number 4, he sees the checkered flag. Spangler wins night number 1 of the Knoxville Nationals. Short 2nd, Hine 3rd, Cranmer 4th, Atkinson 5th, and Templeton finishes 6th. Dean, no, your 10th place finish does not mean a transfer up another division.
I have no business being 10th. When I'm right behind Keith Jackson and Kevin Fry, I'll take it. I'll take it.
There you see.
Stay out of trouble. Yeah.
There you see the high side banger and Patrick Spangler parking it for a top 3 photo. Gonna enjoy this.
Do a photo bomb. Here we go.
Gonna enjoy this tonight. Oh, there goes Dean by for his photo bomb. So they'll pose for a photo, but it was a rough start tonight for sure, Dean. But once we got a couple of laps in, we had some hard racing.
Yeah, I think what caught a lot of guys was the track changed so much from the heats to the feature, and I think it caught a lot of guys by surprise. Us that ran the B main, we kind of saw that coming, but I just think some guys might have missed setups or whatever. But hey, Spengler winning, and John Short's always very smooth, and my prediction came in third, so those top three definitely earned it.
Absolutely. Let's. All we just need is the John Hine to come in here. And I'll actually move him to bring him on in. And we'll get this party started here. John Hine with a third place finish tonight. John, just walk us through your race. You had pole position through the invert, but hey, I know you'll take a third place finish for sure. Headed into the feature coming up soon.
Yeah, that pole position freaked me out, and I wasn't expecting it. Forgot about the invert, so I had a momentary psych out there.
Definitely was. You and Short were having a fun battle for second position. Where was your car better compared to his?
Nowhere. Driver, he had me both with car and driver ability there. I haven't run these things but once this season. I was busy shaking the rust off, and I didn't really fight him that hard. John's one of the top drivers we have in this league. I thought maybe I could get behind him and maybe learn something, but heck, he didn't slow down enough for me to learn anything. He just drove off from me.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Well, I like to give a shout out to Coolray Heating and Cooling and anybody out there in the Atlanta and now the Birmingham area. If you need to get your cooling unit, we know it's really hot out there at tune up. They can give you same day service out there, get you tuned up, get you cool, and get you set for the rest of the summer. I'd like to thank the cruise shop. Go out to the cruiseshopfw.com, and Brenna can send you anywhere in the world you want to go. She can also help plan for what you want to do wherever you want to go, and it does not cost you anything extra to use a travel agent. Last of the sponsors, I'd like to thank VMR Wraps. I forgot to put I got the Hometown Heroes wrap on the car, so but it was still a VMR wrap. So go out to Facebook and give them a like and hit them on up, and they'll set you up with a nice wrap. Like to thank my gambler teammates. Like to thank my wife for letting me do this as much as I do, and Marty and Dean. Man, I've listened to your broadcast on Monday, and man, they are just gold to listen to. Entertaining. You guys do a hell of a job, and thank you for the job that you guys do.
We appreciate it, man. Great job tonight, and we'll see you later this week.
I picked you, John. I didn't give you the jinx. I'm happy about that.
Well, I'm glad you didn't give me the jinx, because I know if I'd have picked you, you would have fenced it and turned one lap. That's how my picks go.
I could do that without you picking me.
Y'all have a good night, and thanks again, and thank you everybody who is watching, and you can go out and give to our charity too. Even if you're not racing, come on out, c2crl.com. Go and you can give $1, give $5, $10, whatever the case might be.
Absolutely. All righty. Great job.
Yep, thank you.
The Professor John Hine with a third place finish. Let's go to our second place finisher here at the Knoxville Raceway. That is John Short. John, you stayed consistent, started second, finished second. Just talk about your race tonight as well.
Yeah, we were just talking with Patrick. We had some fun in the heat race, just real tight racing, going 3 wide in that one, and then going with him again, and this one kind of swapped spots. So I knew Patrick would be coming. He kind of kicked our butts in the Renegades race a couple weeks ago, and then I figured if he got a good run up through there and stayed clean, he'd be up front by the end of this one. So it turned out to be right. He set some pretty good gap on us, so we got to go back to the drawing board and find some more speed for Thursday night. But hopefully qualifying 10th and 2 seconds, hopefully that'll put us in the show still and give us good enough points to not have to run all the craziness Thursday. But yeah, really, I thought we broke when I went to go slide Hine for first there. I jumped the cushion in turn 2 and got into the wall, and I honestly thought I broke something, and it took a couple laps to get back under us, and then was able to, apparently everything was good, so we just hit the cushion and reeled him back in. Didn't have anything for Patrick, but glad we could get back to second and salvage our night.
Who do you want to give shout outs to?
Shout out to Preston in this one. He went 18th to 4th, I believe. So he was right there knocking on the door of a podium as well. One of my teammates at Crate Sim Racing, and got to enjoy all the Crate Sim Racing guys. Terry was in here tonight too. Got to thank Epsilon Sprint Wraps for the awesome wraps. Kreitz Oval Track Parts, Malcolm Mills Mill Riding, and last but not least, Galen's Homegrown Popcorn. They got really gourmet popcorn, some of the best stuff you'll ever have. Nice hometown feel out of North Dakota or South Dakota, but they make some of the best popcorn. Get yourself a bag. Go to their website. Just look them up on Google, Galen's Homegrown Popcorn, and if you use the code CART,
I've used it.
Dean, bring it out.
I know Dean can speak for it, so
I finished it. I got 6 bags though, John. So hey,
as well. So hopefully everybody can go get themselves a bag and enjoy it during some of their summer activities.
All right, we'll let you go, man. Great run.
Thanks, Marty.
All right, that was too funny. I thought Dean went out because he was talking so much about popcorn. It was too good.
Where were you going? Yeah, I looked at my phone and you were gone.
Yeah, it was me that was gone. That was so strange, but that was hilarious. So okay, let's move on from that and let's go to Cool Ray Victory Lane and talk with your race winner. And we'll be in the Knoxville Nationals on Thursday. His starting position to be determined based off of what will happen tomorrow. The high side banger, Patrick Spangler, does it once again. Dude, you did it again in Knoxville. Did you use the same setup from last time?
Yeah, it's the same setup I ran last Westbrook Memorial too. But that one I just ran the veterans race and started last and got third. So I was like, I might as well run the whole week this time. I have a shot at it.
Just talk about how good your car was tonight.
It was pretty good. It was definitely different than the matinee race earlier today. Track was a lot slicker. The 5-minute warm up, I thought the track was going to be totally toast. I wouldn't be able to get up there, but in the heat race and the feature to the starts were super hectic, just trying to keep the car clean. I had a few close calls, but
I watched those close calls in that heat.
Yeah.
You and both Johns. Holy cow! You guys went boom, 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 boom. I'm the spectator.
Yeah, it was pretty tight, and then like the start of that heat race was crazy, and then the start of this feature was crazy. I had nowhere to go to dive up onto the inside berm just to avoid them, and then it was pretty crazy.
That was wild, man. I thought for a moment you were gonna wreck it at lap number 2, whatever lap it was, but it was awesome. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Marlett, he went in there, and I think it was just the full gas tank just turns it sideways, and then I had to throw it sideways, and we like blocked tires, and I don't know how we didn't cause a wreck or like just destroy the car, but got lucky there.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Shouts me and Tyler started our own team, Tyler Wilson, so Training Wheels Racing here. Hopefully we can bring home Knoxville Nationals win, and then Dad and Uncle back home, even if they're making fun of me for the high side banger. I'm racing over caution. I see my phone blowing up high side banger, which I knew it had to be something.
I'm not even going there either.
You like it?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But hopefully keep this rolling on Thursday.
All right, man. We'll let you go. Congratulations. Take the night off tomorrow. You're in the show.
Good job, Patrick. Good job, man.
See you guys later. Sweet.
Me too. Patrick Spangler takes the win as he celebrates once again in Cool Ray Victory Lane. I don't think we can pop up the results here as we had a technical difficulty. Yeah, we...
Can we pop up something else?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hang on. Let's get it loaded. Buddy!
Telecast out, Buddy 2.
Yep, it's the...
Oh, there he goes.
It's the weekly Buddy 2 appearance, or I should say twice weekly this time.
Yeah, there you go.
He's out. That you know what? That's our mascot of the Coast2Coast Racing League. So anyway, let's give you your official results here from tonight's running. Patrick Spangler takes home your race win from tonight. John Short finishes second. John Hine third. Preston Cranmer fourth. Jesse Atkinson fifth. Brandon Templeton, the hard charger, up 16 spots from 22nd to 6th. Clevenger 7th. Jackson 8th. Fry 9th. Dino rounds out the top 10. 17 cars finish on the lead lap. And again, no one is in the show officially yet, all depending on how night number 2 goes in points. And there you see.
Yeah, I think with his time trial run, though, we can definitely say Patrick is in.
Yes.
Yeah, because the time trials mean everything. Even with my 10th place finish, because I had such a poor time trial run, that's going to set me behind. But really, I'm not going to be here Thursday unless we get rain at Orange County. But I'll still run Hard Knocks if I'm in it on Wednesday, and then if I happen to make a C or a B or wherever, if I can't make it, we'll just relinquish the spot. But I wanted to be part of this event for Michael Westbrook and the whole Westbrook family and Stephen King, and I had a lot of fun. And this top 10, actually, if I don't do anything the rest of the week, I'm happy with this top 10. But Patrick Spangler, I don't know, Marty, if you saw, he was 2.5 tenths faster than everybody else in this feature.
Absolutely.
That
crazy.
is unheard of in iRacing. Yeah. Unheard of.
Absolutely. Get this man sign up for the iRacing World of Outlaws Championship or something like that. So
I tell you, from what I see, I mean, we look at Kyle Moonen, we look at Goldner. I mean, there's so many good guys in this league, and but to see what he's doing is special.
Absolutely. Buddy 2 photobomb too once again.
So. Yeah, he just jumped on the table.
Yep, absolutely. So that'll wrap it up for us. Don't forget, same time tomorrow at 8 p.m. Travis Piercefield will be on the call for that for night number 2. So we will wrap up here on behalf of everyone at the Coast to Coast Racing League, the Mike Westbrook Memorial, and the Steve King Foundation. Roger Craig, Preston Cranmer putting in some excellent work. Marty Sakala signing things off. Patrick Spangler wins qualifying night number 1 of the Knoxville National. So long, everyone.